then I'm not doing something right. Did you guys hear that?
Yeah.
Yes, no. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Right? I mean, what kind of philosophy is that? That's all about growth, right? Absolutely. That's the same for us. If somebody, sometimes we get hung up on, I'll call the person right back. And I'll say, oh excuse me, I think we got disconnected. And I'm not exaggerating. Half the people will talk to you after. Half the people you can get into a meaningful conversation with after doing that. So again, have fun with it. Derek said it, have fun with it. You know, we can't take ourselves so serious. Where's Brian Armstrong? Brian, oh, he's in line, awesome, good. He shared something with me a few weeks ago that changed my life. I was teaching at his office and I, just in conversation, said to an agent, you know, you can't take life so serious. And he told me it changed that agent's life, it changed his business, and that's phenomenal, because that's how I live. You know, I'm just having fun. If I can help this person, awesome. If I can't, I'm going to find the next person that I can help. And that's how I go into it, and that's how I go into it. So, and I'm sorry, Jane?
If my husband or my children said no to me, I would be in pain. When I call somebody and a stranger tells me no, it means nothing to me. I will give you an example. Last week, I was telling people at the office, I really felt that I was almost killed. A car was passing a slow school bus, was in my lane, and I slowed down enough for this car to get in between the two of us. It shook me up. When I came to the office and started doing my lead generation, I called an expired who said, if I get, and this is almost verbatim, if I get one of you vultures calling me again, I'm going to kill somebody. And then she hung up. I didn't call her back. I usually do the same thing that David does. But after 3 calls after that, I had the biggest smile on my face when I made the phone call, because I was alive. I survived this person. I don't want to call names. Anyways, I survived that day. And what difference does it make that an irate, expired seller gave me a no and hung up on me?
Yeah. The more I do this and I watch other people and I help other people, I realize that, you know, sometimes people have an issue and they have their own issue, and I can't let it become my issue. And when I let them get into my head, then it becomes my issue. So again, I'm here to help. If I can help you, I will. You know what? Sometimes you'll call someone and they have a problem. Or you can let them keep their problem and you move on to the next person that's looking for some help. Right? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, awesome. So now what we're going to do is we're going to get into some live role play. And what I want to do is keep it, one role play session per person, 3 objections. And what we're going to do is, when we got 5 minutes left, if somebody can remind me, when we do have 5 minutes left, okay, perfect, good. So let's just start. So what do you have?
So you're the 12th realtor today that's called me, and I'm thinking of taking the house out to market.
Okay, so Jeff, you have the mic. You want to take that one?
Just number 12, really. You know, there's actually 2,000 agents here in the greater Boston area. I'm surprised that only 12 are out working today.
Your name was what?
I'm sorry, my name is Jeff Glover. I'm curious, when your home sells, where are you moving to?
I'm not sure that's any of your business, Jeff.
Okay, that's fair enough. Well, the reason why I'm asking is, of course, as a service to my sellers, we've got a lot of properties out there that we're looking for buyers for. And
Where
I know
were you
had
when
your...
my house was on the market, Jeff?
That's a great question. I'm glad you brought that up. In fact, I actually don't work with any buyers, so there's no way I would have had a chance to sell your home. I'm curious, what was your agent doing the last 6 months when your home was on the market?
That's a great question. I don't know.
You don't know the answer. So, did you have a lot of showings and offers on the property? What took place?
A lot of showings, no offer.
A lot of showings, no offers.
Yeah.
And so, what was your agent saying as to why it wasn't selling?
Didn't see him.
Really?
Yeah.
So you never heard from him or saw him or anything?
No.
Interesting. So let's just pretend he did do a good job for you and the house did sell. Where were you going to move once it did sell?
Boston.
Boston, that's exciting. And what takes you there?
Job.
Okay, perfect. And so you've got a job already lined up.
Yes, sir.
So it sounds like you need to get to Boston soon.
I do.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect.
So how can you make that happen, Jeff?
Well, I actually haven't seen your house yet, but it starts with setting an appointment and seeing if we can make that happen. Would you have maybe 20 or 30 minutes to spare later today?
Yes, I would.
Okay, perfect. We'll see you later today.
Give my hand, Jeff.
You guys tell Jeff may practice a little bit to be able to do that. All right, Brian, what do you got?
I'm a headstrong New Englander. Snow's about to fly. I'm thinking of taking the house off the market. But furthermore, I've been a loan officer. I'm a real estate investor, and very candidly, I'm sharp. I'm intelligent. I can handle this myself. Why do I need you guys?
Who dares to take that one?
We got 1 minute left.
Well, you know, it's nice to talk to intelligent people. When I speak to them in language, you'll be able to understand what we're talking about. Can I ask you, what do you think was stopping you home from selling when it was on last time?
Well, you know, I'm not, sure currently. The agent did a fair amount of advertising in print. They ran a few open houses, and so very candidly, I didn't think they were doing a great job, so I decided to do it myself.
Yeah, it makes sense. And a lot of people think the same way you do. You know, it's sort of a passive marketing. They put it on the internet, they do an open house, they hope someone sees it and drives by and calls them. At the end of the day, you need someone that sounds like to beat the bushes and get some buyers with money and motivation in there, right?
Absolutely.
Well, let's do this. You know, if you're around today at 4 o'clock, let me pop in there and see if one of my buyers is right for your property. If it is, I'll give you a cash offer today. If not, I give lots of reasons why I think the home didn't sell. If it's okay with you, I'll point them out to you and give you a different approach. If you like it, you can use it. If you don't, you can send me on my way.
Why don't you just send me some information in the mail and call me next week?
Oh, I'd love to do that. Okay, what's your address?
50 Old Farm Road.
Oh, the farm, yeah, absolutely. Okay, so I'll drop that in the mail for you. Now, let me ask you, do you also have an email address as well?
thearmstrong@vermontkw.com.
Okay, sounds good. And are you guys getting a lot of phone calls today from other realtors?
Yeah, fair amount. We got a great location, got a fair amount of traffic, so I'm confident we'll get it done.
Okay, so were you having showings when it was on the market?
Yeah, we had, probably 4 or 5 every couple weeks.
Okay, oh, 4 or 5 weeks. That sounds like you're doing something great. Were you getting any offers at all?
We had one that was pretty low.
One low ball offer. And did you counter that offer, or what was the situation there?
You know what? I was insulted. I didn't even bother countering it.
Yeah.
And obviously, didn't see the value in our house.
Yeah, exactly. Well, let me ask you, how did you pick the last agent you hired to get the home sold?
I was actually a good friend of my wife's.
Okay, so
Not so good friends anymore.
All right, so they're not so good friends anymore, right? So is it fair to say that this time is your time to pick the next agent?
Happy wife, happy life.
Oh, gotcha, okay. Well, let me ask you, are you guys both going to be home later today at 5?
Now, you know what? We can do this. If you send me information, just follow up in a week or two. I'd be more than happy if the house isn't sold to, talk with you then.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Quick question before I go. Where are you moving to when this one sells?
We're going to actually downsize.
Downsize. So you can stay local here, or are you moving out of state?
Yeah, local. We'll probably get a little closer to the mountain, get some slope side in.
Okay, so you're looking for a smaller home, closer to the mountain, get some time alone?
Yep.
Now, how long have you guys been married for?
Seems like only yesterday, about 20 years.
20 years, huh? Well, I guess the honeymoon's over at this point. Hey, let me ask you, what would your wife say to you if you said, hey, honey, I got this great realtor who's got a proven plan, maybe a possible buyer, is going to stop by today and take a look at the property, you might be able to get our home sold and get us to that mountain in the next 3 months. What do you think she'd say to that?
She want to see your proven plan.
Really? Okay, absolutely. Well, I'll tell you what, if you think she wants to see a proven plan and you're open to that too, I'd love to come by today at 5, show you that plan. If it's right for you guys, fantastic. If not, that's okay too. And can I ask you, is there any harm in a second opinion?
No harm in a second opinion, but I tell you what, why don't you actually call me back tomorrow? I'll check with my wife and see if early next week works.
Okay, let's do this. I'll plan it for tomorrow at 6 o'clock. I'll pencil you now so I don't make any other appointments. I'll call you in the morning to confirm that. If that doesn't work for you, tell me then, and we'll go ahead and cancel it. And if it does, I'll see you at 6 o'clock and we'll go over that plan. Hey, if it works for you, man, we're gonna get the home on the market, get it sold. If it doesn't, at least you get a second opinion to find out what the true value is in today's market.
That was a great close. That's what I was looking for. Thank you.
Tell us, 3 times. He
Yeah, he is tough, right?
Send the information.
Yeah.
Call me back tomorrow when my wife's around. Tell me, why did you not stop there?
I'm on stage, obviously. He's challenging me, but at the same point, no, some of those guys are like that. He really sounds like an intelligent guy, and I get those all the time. These guys know what they're talking about, and they have, their idea of what's happening is just what they know. So a lot of times I have that, but when I go there, sometimes those guys are the easiest to close. They're like me. I walk into a Best Buy, I'm like, where's the biggest TV? Oh, what do I need with it? Oh yeah, give me all that. Warranty? Absolutely. A salesman gets sold, you know what I mean? So that guy sounded like he was just kind of giving you a little bit of front, but when you get there and you say, here's what the story is. If you want to sell, let's get it done. If you don't, that's okay too. Maybe if I have a buyer. But that's why I was trying to sweeten that pot. I'm just coming and saying for a listing, I try to offer them 2 things. And if he said to me, I'm thinking about leasing it, and I got that from you, I'd say, I'll give you lease options as well. I'll make sure I cover every way so I can just get in that door and talk to that guy. And if I can't sell at that point, I'm not doing my job.
The reality is you're not expecting him to say, yeah, come on over and list my house, right?
No, and I role play that same scenario with you when you say to me, if he was a little tougher and says, you can come by, but I'm not going to sign anything, I'd joke, I love to use humor. I'd say, I appreciate that, but after I show you what you've done, if you ask me to list a house, is it okay if I say yes? Right? So you just kind of levitate that moment a little bit. And I have a lot of those little one-liners that stick in there, you know, and just kind of, the comedy makes it easier. It takes away the pressure, and people like that.
Yeah, absolutely. And Justin's got a really good line for that too, is he says, well, you know what, I would never ask you to sign anything you don't feel comfortable signing. Right? When someone says, I'm not going to sign anything. Great, great line. Neutralizes it right away. So thanks for sharing that. I also noticed that you mirror and matched well, or you matched his tonality. You really sped it up when Brian was sharing.
It was easy. I'm a fast talker too.
Yeah, I could actually see that after.
I'm like, yeah, tell me more, man.
All right, awesome. So, name, sir, and what do you have for us?
My name is Mike, and I have a house that I've had on the market before, and I'm just not getting anyone making any credible offers, and I think it's just too bad a market. I don't think I can sell my home for what I need to.
Okay, so are you an expired seller that was on the market? And
Sure.
okay, all right.
My brain's not working fast. Only had one cup of coffee. Hi, Mark?
Mike.
Mike. Thank you, Mike.
Sure.
Mike, let me ask you this. What are you going to be doing after you sell your house?
We would like to move to another house a few towns over.
Okay, so what's bringing you to make that move?
Well, we just think it's time for a new place, a little bit bigger maybe.
Mm-hmm. So your family's outgrowing the house you have now?
Yes. Yeah.
So what will that do for your family?
Well, we'll just give everyone a little more space and, you know, just make things less stressful and, you know, we're just ready for something a little more.
Okay, so it's going to reduce the stress in your life.
Yes.
Well, it sounds like it's an important reason to sell your home. You know, in my experience, I've noticed that any home will sell in any market. And there are only 3 reasons why a home does not sell in any market. And that's price, condition, and marketing. Now, you as a homeowner control the price and the condition. All I can do is tell you that with my marketing system, you will be able to sell your home if it's priced right and it's in the right condition. So I have some time available tonight. Would it be okay if I come by and take a look at your home and see if it qualifies for my marketing system?
Yeah, Jane, I don't want to waste your time though. I think that first one you mentioned, the price is just right now this market is not going to get us what we need to get out of it.
Well, I appreciate you not wanting to waste my time, and I wouldn't want to waste my time or yours. And I will tell you that price is not something that I set. The market sets it. What I would like to do is take a look at your home and give you an idea of what the market will bear and what your price point could be given your home, your condition, and seeing how it's going to affect with the competition of other homes.
Yeah, well, you know, I mean, you can see our agent came by with her iPhone and took some pictures of it. They're on there. I'm sure you can take a look. What do you think it's worth?
Well, I don't set the value, Mike. What I'd like to do is show you how buyers look at properties, tell you a little bit about the market and how I get my sellers ready for the market. What I can do is actually show you what the competition looks like. You know, it's always good to know what your competition is, to know how you have to position yourself in the market.
Sure. You know, I just think, do you think you could get $325 for the house? I mean, you see the pictures.
Well, I honestly don't know, but I would like to find out. Would it be okay if I stop by tonight and take a look at your home and give you my honest opinion of where we can position your home to sell?
Yeah, I just don't want to waste your time, like I said, because I don't think we can get $325 right now. We need at least that to get out.
You know, Mike, you mentioned to me that you really want to sell to make your family happier. And, you know, my ultimate goal is to make you happy. The reason why that is because my business is built on referrals. And, you know, I can work with anyone, but I really do want to help you make that move. And I don't know if I can. And the only way I can do it is by coming over, taking a look at your home, giving you an idea of what's going on with the market, position your property properly on the market, and if it works for you, then we can maybe do a little bit of business. And if it doesn't, I'll shake your hand and say thank you for your time.
Oh yeah, why don't you come by at 6?
Thank you, Mike.
All right, awesome. Great job, Jane.